As John said, our topics this month are beauty, balance, and becoming. And we always try to think about doing it a little differently than the other speakers, so we come at it from different perspectives. So as I was thinking about how to approach this, I got to thinking about if I made a chart of it, what would it look like? And so I started with 3 circles, and each one was in the circle. And how would that work with our belief system? What is it we're trying to do? So obviously we're trying to bring it together, the 3 parts, because we want to be unified, we want to be one, we're doing it with source, through source, source is us. So somehow they've got to all come together. And what would that mean and what would that look like? So when you put them all together, there's a point where they overlap. So to me, that's each of us. That's our balance point in the middle of all of it. And then when we talk about race consciousness, that would be the parts on the outside, which is everybody else. So we include everybody else, but then there's a point where it's all in my now moment, in my moment-to-moment living. So the trick is to keep them there. But we all know they go in and out, and sometimes they don't meet at all, and sometimes one is in more, and the other's fighting it, and we have this ongoing process. So this process is all in this moment, which is hard to think about, because you think of a process as linear. You know, I get the first goal down, and the second goal, and the third, and I'm going this way. Instead of like all of it right here, right now. So in this little place, a lot is going on. Think of us when they talk about our bodies being one cell in the body of God. But there's a lot going on in each of us. You know, we're breathing, and the heart's pumping, and the blood's going, and we're thinking, and we're eating, and we're sleeping. There's a lot of activity in the middle of what we are. So we're sitting here, but we're connected to all of the ones outside of us. We're connected with Source, but in the middle is all of this stuff going on. So daily our process is to try and find the balance. John mentioned a number of ways to do it. Normally, when life isn't good, we're reacting. You got the ups and the downs, and as he says in midlife, I'm so sick and tired of being sick and tired. I want peace. I want that balance. But I find that my mental mind fights that. And my emotional mind fights that, because we're still dealing with the legacy of our life, our childhood, all of the influences that we've had on us. So in a way, we could look at it as a battle. But a battle is a win-lose. So we want to get past that. So we're not, in looking for balance, surrender comes in. We can't fight everything anymore, because that keeps us out of balance. That polarizes us. So it's surrendering to who and what we are, being okay with it. Okay, so I'm not going to wear a bikini and be in like a suntan ad. I'm not going to be able to do a lot of things. But being happy with what I am, not envying somebody else's gifts or skills, not wanting to be like that person, but really honoring Sandy, wherever that is, and coming to terms with being okay with where I am. Have a bad day, out of balance? Okay, that's okay. I'm not going to abuse myself anymore. I'm not going to beat myself up anymore, because that just puts me more out of balance. To be able to sit and say, well, you know, I didn't handle that well, but I'm going to be okay with that and do better tomorrow. The talking process of this whole thing, where we affirmatively talk ourselves into where we aren't at the moment. So if I'm reacting emotionally, my ball is going to be out here. I'm going to be out of balance. But the more I can surrender to what I consider my dysfunction or my negativity or my not measuring up, whatever I'm calling it, the easier it is for that to come back in, because now I'm just focusing in this moment and I'm accepting what is or what isn't. It's okay to not be what your parents wanted you to be. It's okay to not be the parent that your kids wanted to be. It's okay to not have shown at that job or put your degree to use, because our process is different for each of us. So in finding balance, we got to be okay with who and what we are. We got to let that be all right. So you work at being okay with yourself. Going, I made humor out of it. You know, my addiction, I look back at it and got a PhD and an A+ all the way down. I did addiction good. You know, laugh at it. Because it is what it is. It's a part of me. I was a bitch with a mouth. I could do that better than anybody probably. Well, be proud of it. I got an A in that one too. I was good at that. It's who I am. But through that, defining balance, I learned what I didn't want to be, what I didn't want to do. So balance is really important. But the key is letting yourself be okay with yourself, whatever's going on that moment. Because it is what it is. We learn from it, we go forward, and we look at other things. If we can start to be okay with ourselves and be more balanced within ourselves, then we start seeing the beauty in everything. I remember being told years ago, you got to get past thinking green is beautiful and brown is ugly. Because it's necessary to see the beauty in all of it. It all has a part. And that was such a true statement, and it stayed with me forever. Beauty is within all of us, within every moment, within every gestalt, every little quirk. Beauty is there. There was beauty in my addiction. It helped me survive. It loved me. It helped me get to the point where I am today. It taught me how to not judge, how to accept people. It taught me so many things. Is that not beautiful? So looking at it differently, instead of this negative, good or bad, what did it taught me? There's beauty in learning a lesson. There's beauty in becoming more understanding, more forgiving, more loving. Beauty is not this model thing that people try to teach us beauty is. Beauty isn't about just us and our body. Beauty is recognizing the divine in everything. That is true beauty. Beauty is connecting with Source. Being able to recognize and experience everything around us, excuse me, and love everything around us. That's what beauty is. Beauty is all of the shades of emotions, the shades of the divine, the shades of colors. This whole room is beautiful. Each and every one of us is a divine being, and that is beautiful. Thinking differently to help bring us back into balance. Then where does the becoming come into that? Because if we're in the now moment and we're immersed in this balanced integration of ourselves, what does becoming mean? So I was listening to one of Ernest Holmes' lectures on CD, and he talked about the becoming moment in Zen Buddhism. So I got on the phone with my sister, and we're chatting back and forth, which is really good because we stimulate each other. And we were able to agree on what the becoming moment is. So if you can think of these three balls in balance and where they overlap is you, that is your now, wherever your state of balance is, recognizing the beauty, and within that is a becoming moment. And we determine between ourselves, so this is our definition, Missy's and mine. The becoming moment is the moment of choice. That within the process of our living every day, our evolving, our being God in action, we were given free will. So in this moment, if I make a choice to go right, or I make a choice to go left, those were two becoming moments within my now moment. So all of these moments that are talked about are a process. The focus is the now focus. Where are you focusing? Am I focusing over there? Or am I focusing over here? Am I focusing behind me? Am I focusing in the future? To make it work, we need to focus here, to be alert and alive to what's going on, to be interacting with where we are each and every moment of time. it's something continuous. So if we have all of these becoming moments within our now moments, you understand when they say the only thing permanent is change. Because it's constantly moving, it's constantly alive, it's constantly changing. We don't understand sometimes, I think, or give credit to how marvelous we really are. We balance all of that without knowing it. We keep our moments balanced like this little ball is our life, and we keep that balance even though that we will judge it as being out of balance. When we can quit judging ourselves and be okay with who we are, be happy with who we are, be happy with the moment, be, I want to say, divinely inspired that we are here with everyone else doing this wonderful thing, having all these opportunities, all these moments, all this evolutionary consciousness that we're a part of. That's beautiful. That is really beautiful. You remember in school when you didn't get chosen for the team? Here, everybody got chosen for the team. We're all on the team, and we're each our own captain, and we each have our own game plan, and we're each beautiful. To recognize that in the allness, we are needed. Somehow our body works because it has X amount of cells. If some of my cells were missing, I wouldn't be working as well, right? If some of us were missing, this world wouldn't be working as well. God wouldn't be working as well. All this would be missing. Every one of us is important. We need all of us. If you can hold on to the fact that you are important in this time and space world, you're very important. That means everything you've done was perfect, whole, and complete. You made the right choices. You did the right things for however, think of a game, a computer game, however the game needs to be played. You did the right things. You had a bad moment. I interacted with it. I learned a lesson. I needed your bad moment to help me. Or maybe you need my bad moments to help you. We can't do it alone. Being alone is very lonely. Very lonely. And actually it could be, and I'm not talking about the aloneness of meditation and that, but an aloneness that we pick sometimes to not interact with the world. We need people. We need love. We need to be able to recognize our abilities to give love, to be beauty, to be an interactor. Life needs us all. So when you're having a bad day, think, where's my ball? It's out over there. Did I lose it? Or can I bring it back in and keep all my balls balanced? Remember Tim juggling? Yeah, we do that all the time. We juggle everything. But in this moment, breathe when it's going bad. Breathe when it's going good. Less the good, less the negative. Be happy with whatever it is. I know that right now, even though I don't see it, it's all okay. And someday the book will fall off the shelf, or somebody will say something, or I'll have an insight, and maybe no. But the other thing I've learned is I don't need to know all the answers. If I needed to know all the answers, I'd be somewhere else. I'd be doing something else. We're doing this together, guys. We're on the same team. We're doing it together. So let's work on our balance. See the beauty in everyone around you. Try to love everyone. That's the answer. Love is the glue. Love is the everything. God is love. Feel the love and the beauty in every moment. Share it when you can. Take it in when you need it. If you need a hug, ask for a hug. If you need to be alone, take a drive. But remember always, no matter what you're doing, you are a participating, spit that word out for me, participating part of God. You're important. You count. And God, we're all so beautiful. Thank you.